Hello, my lovelies. Nicole here with the reading of Aquarius. And today I got that naked before the stars. So when you're looking at the shadow self, are you naked before the stars? Can you be naked before the stars? And the moon phase is the first quarter. The stage is acceptance. Are you accepting yourself? Are you loving you? Do you accept yourself? And accepting our own beauty in size, color, age, and fat. Are we accepting who we are in our beautiful vessel? And if we can't accept that, we need to start loving that, but also we can change. So don't just, accept. Sorry, guys, this is the truth. I am blunt disclosure here. If you haven't learned, I'm a psychic medium. I'm blunt as hell. And I want you to have a badass life. So read into that. If you're feeling fat, if you're feeling heavy and you feel like you can't move forward, part of that is loving you. Part of that is loving the vessel that is you, that got you here. And fat is in the spiritual realm, and that represents a shield that we hold for others. So what is it that we're not accepting, and why do we feel we need to shield ourselves? And so loving that, but do something about it. So as a person who's into health, herbs and oils and nutrition, I want you to do something about that. How can you lose some of that weight so you don't have to carry that burden anymore? The swelling of your ankles, you're heavy, your blood's not flowing right, you're not exercising, you're not moving, you're not breathing life. We are meant to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. So the visuals see the naked young body whose curly brown hair has intertwined by a golden laurel crown. Half of gold mask protects their eyes, while the sky around them breaks, ripped in to take the shape of a mistletoe branch. And I will have that card up with that. So eating the lotus flower, numbing our identity by the sound of the music that was never ours. And so that lotus blossom has so much spiritual meaning in it. But the modern day Adonis, let's go darker. A grown-up Cupid is shrined by laurel myth and a lotus. He is the welcoming allure of the presentment, the warm embrace and the numbness. And so Cupid shoots your arrow. But in that moment, especially when we're heightened in our Aquarius, when you're heightened in that moment of those hormones, and are you seeing? You're seeing that love, and love is great, but are you seeing the truth of that? Or is there a veil? Is that person cloaked or masked? Hello, 2020. Is that person masked or cloaked or in a costume, and they're not living in the truth? And sometimes we can allow that to happen. So we need to open up our eyes. A stand at the edge, a precipice, a little part of you wants to jump, and the movement to rest, a moment of pause, a moment of uncreative selfishness. So love who you are, embrace who you are in that. And we're going to look at that number 18 in just a sec, my love. But as I do that, I want to bring in, we looked at the dark, let's look at the light. So it's not all doom and gloom. So summer, and what does summer represent? And we're going to look at that. Let's look at the number 18. Think only thoughts of abundance and prosperity, and your thoughts are manifesting very quickly right now. So those thoughts are you. Don't be stuck in those fear gremlins. Send them packing or put them up in room and board at a hotel away from you. So you can say, hey, fear gremlins, sabotage, thank you for protecting me. Thank you for softening the blow. But right now, I really need to feel into that trauma. What was it in my shadow life? What was it as a child that I need to heal? In the summer, everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. Oh, you can't make this up. 18 says that you're manifesting. Summer says that you're manifesting. Love how these cards get pulled in. I don't read these before this. I also do want to talk about, let's talk about that rune stone. And I'm pulling the threes because I want you to see the difference in what this is bringing in. And so that woo, so much is coming in right now. Anzus. So the stone of Anzus, and that's the wisdom, that's God, that as the I am, the wisdom, the apprentice, the test, the inspiration. In order to have that God, you don't want the trickster God. And we've had so much of the trickster God in 2020. We want to move past that. We want to be able to see. And as Cupid came up earlier, the significance of that is sometimes when you're in that moment, maybe of that drug, of the energy of that moment of our hormones right now are actually under some type of drug, some type of prescription blocking at Aquarius what we need to see. And so we are covering up. And so that is the trickster. We want to see the real God. We want to live in our light bodies. We want to have that rod, right? We want to shine the rod of the light. The rod, the scepter brings in the light. And in order to be in that light body, we have to clean and clear those boogeymans of 2020 out and move forward. And how do we do that? How do we get to that summer? Well, what you do is you book a reading with me, and you're going to go to Sabotage Smasher and book that reading. And what you're going to find out is your health. What do you need in your health, right? And so we're going to talk about that just in the moment. So $22, 22 minutes. You get a reading for 2020. You're going to get health, wealth, and wisdom. And Aquarius, you're quirky. You have a quirky energy about you. You embody rebellion, creativity, eccentricity, and intelligence. And so you're driven by desire, past antiquated ideals. So let's move past that. And how do we get to that summer is in our forecast. And how do we get to that? Well, you're going to find out. You're going to book that session. Also, Aquarius, what comes up for you for this energy is in the spirit realm, it's angina. And that is acute inflammation in the throat and the chakra, right? And so in that angina, it's characterized by severe chest pains, right? The lack of oxygen, the pain, the experience, the heaviness. And added in the afraid of going through more grief or disheartening experiences. So you're going to withdraw, right? And what does that say? You're going to rebel. And when you rebel, sometimes you withdraw and you're overwhelmed in life's concerns and feel suffocated and trapped. And how do you heal that angina? You are going to go with the crystal, my lovely, of the throat stone and the turquoise. That is the throat stone of communication. And I'm going to write this down because it just came to me and I want to make sure that I have this all up for you. And you're also going to bring in mullein for herbs and oils. Mullein helps clear the energies of the colds, coughs, the verklempt throat. You want to open up your throat. And if you're coughing, we do this. And hey, I do it, my lovelies. I do it sometimes because I'm talking. I've been talking all day. I've been talking for hours. Get a sip of water. I want to thank you, but remember to replenish yourself. Use peppermint. Peppermint is great herb, right? But also you can use peppermint and herbs and oils. You can take a peppermint oil, put a little in your hand and rub it in. And you want to activate it and rub it in and it opens up. You just breathe in the air, the love and light, and your throat doesn't tense up. Relaxes, my friend. Just breathe in. So that mullein is great for also your lungs, your joints, nervousness, and pain relief. And you can get that pain in that throat because you feel you can't communicate. And you want to use a stone of communication, which is turquoise. And that's what we do. And my friends, go to my website. This has been lovely. And you're going to have a kick-ass year in 2022. I want you to bring in love. I want you to bring in light. I don't want you to be in that lowness. I want you to be in summer, your joy. And how do you do that? Put flowers around you, put plants around you. Think of things that are summery. Go get some damn sunshine. And so you need sunshine, my friend. You need lots of sunshine. You need omegas. You need vitamin D. That's what you need. You need exercise. You need to breathe. Do it in your house. Do it outside. Go somewhere. Get out of your head and put that aside. Go ahead to Sabotage Smasher. Book that video today. You will be glad you did. Love you guys. Ciao.